You know what? The more I drink some of this, the makes me want to eat one of them dumplings, so you don't need to worry with this thing.
Nah, help yourself. When you ready?
Okay.
Whenever.
I don't know which number you are. Juice, just when he shouts back again, yeah, don't be too scared and spill your drink.
Hardfood podcast. You're locked into Hardfood podcast.
Yo. What's good? It's the Hardfood podcast.
1 2 1 2. Back again.
Episode 100.
Episode 100. See what is wrong with you? Back again.
Back again. My name's Juice English.
Saxon.
Come on, energy, man. Oh, get it correct, man. 100, man.
Saxon King. There you go.
And this is episode 100.
100. Lots of people didn't think we'd make it. So, to all you haters out there, who's laughing now?
You know the thing is though, they ain't 100.
True still.
Well, like the ones that didn't think so, they ain't 100 though.
That is true. They're not even 85. Some of them aren't even 20.
They're not 75 like the Robin, bro.
Some of them ain't even 8. Like
Exactly. Some of these people make Actually, I'm not going to stop. All I'm saying is, it takes a lot to get to 100 episodes. All right. Not even 40.
Yo.
Some of them don't break double numbers.
Episode 100, you know.
Well done, guys.
And we got a special guest in the building
Super special
I'm
guest.
here.
to celebrate the. Sorry. We got a special guest in the building.
I think that's me.
Yeah,
Yes,
goes by.
that is you. It's not Spot.
Yeah, goes by the name of Leah Shutkever.
That's correct.
I said it right.
You said it right.
Leah Shutkever.
Leah Shutkever.
I don't say much right, you know. I don't
You
say.
nailed it this time.
Yeah.
100, you know.
Jeez. 100. Oh yeah, gee. 100.
I mean,
You know.
exactly.
Yeah, Leah Shutkever in the building.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I appreciate
Yeah, man.
it.
It's 100 right to celebrate.
Yeah, celebrate. Go big.
Exactly.
Timbo Slice in the building.
He's got big.
Smelling your destiny.
I'm just like, oh my dad, don't want to go big like that. Anyhow, yeah, man.
Timbo Slice in the
Big up
building.
Timbo's back.
Porn star Keith in the building.
Bang, bang.
So weird. We've also got 100 fried dumplings in the building.
100
Is it really 100?
fried,
It's 100 fried
dumplings.
CV.
Yeah.
100 fried dumplings.
Yeah, 100 fried dumplings. That,
100.
you know, if you're familiar with Leah.
But like, since I got the camera set up, I'm not moving.
Alright, cool.
Oh, you can't see them?
100. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
100 fried dumplings.
100 fried
Actually, I'm
dumplings.
going to set the cling film off, you know, God, I'm a bit sweaty and that. Yeah.
You know, I need to open them up.
I know.
But I don't want to fall over everywhere, because I'm not picking up dumplings off the floor.
One corner in.
Yeah. And if you're familiar with Leah, follow on Instagram. Actually, no, hold on. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe.
Plug yourself first. Priorities.
Subscribe to the Instagram. No, subscribe to the YouTube, Twitter. You usually help me out because
Twitter, YouTube,
What else is there?
Instagram, follow, share,
LinkedIn.
like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
OnlyFans.
That's Juice.
Yeah.
He's got an account opening next week.
It's just going to be hard.
Fam. I know. You know what? I'm not even going to bother. You know what? Just carry on.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Leah on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter as well.
Twitter as well.
I know.
Television.
Facebook as well. TV.
TV, yeah, Channel 4 and that,
Done
yeah.
a few things as well.
So if you're familiar, then you already know she can eat bear.
Yeah.
So-
It's kind of what I do, is that I eat the food.
Yeah. So she will be eating 100 fried dumplings on
I should have told us that she's not doing it, you know.
It's like, no.
It's camera pressure in it, so
Yeah,
there's 3 cameras on you now, so you can't not eat the dumplings. Like,
She can. She cannot.
It's so funny because it's my job. People think, oh yeah, cool. So you eat a lot of food. Here's a lot of food. Do you want to eat it? And it's like, okay, wait. It's my job.
That's mad.
And I have to be very mindful about what I eat and when for that reason. So we did talk about me maybe not doing a challenge today.
Yeah. No, I'm joking.
So I'm fully up for judging and adjudicating the challenge. I'm pretty good at that. I know the words.
that's what you was doing, innit? When you had your governor outfit on.
Shots. Don't think we didn't see it. Proud moment.
You know what?
He's tagline is one Boris.
I'm laughing because at the time I was like, you know what? Let me go in there, take one shot. I should do it in one take. I mean, I'm good at this picture.
So you got to put the picture up, you know, when you're editing it. Yeah,
So basically, I walked in with a signature, you know, no real smile, just a little grin, and then boom, took it in one. I was out of there.
What? That wasn't one
Over-
take. That was one take.
One take.
That was one take.
One take.
Nah.
Yes, it was.
That was way too perfect for one take.
No, it was.
That was.
No. You don't understand this. You don't understand. You know what it is. Tim can confirm this.
Yeah, vouch.
Ever since I was a kid, yeah, when it came to pictures,
Yeah.
I'd pose in them. So when it came to this,
100. That's 100.
that is a
So that was
fact.
natural.
I never had that.
Like every single picture, I got one picture. Yeah, it's a bit funny. Do you remember the picture from my back?
The back, yes.
So basically, yeah, I took a picture. I must have been 8, and like I was someone took the pictures out. Adrian, take a picture. So I don't know why. I turned my back to the person and just looked over like that.
And some print stuff like that. I like prints in it.
Nah. That one's like that one's more.
It's on that, you know.
Yeah, Tim did. That one's more like, you know, set up, that one.
The joke is, I can't even. I'm so bad at posing. I just don't pose. I'm like,
Spock,
yo,
I don't know what you're looking
I
at.
know what I look like. Just get the picture.
What are you looking at, Spock? What are you looking at? One, that's not me, and two, what? That is not me, Spock. And that man is completely nude. That is not me, Spock. And yo, there are no pictures of me completely nude.
I swear, you're taking it somewhere.
The OnlyFans, that's
Available now,
soon.
10% off. Swipe up.
Swipe up.
So people like this, yo, it's not okay.
Use code 100.
Don't use no code. It's good pictures of juice.
What? So you saying that people wouldn't pay for pictures of me now? No, hold on. No. Hold on. You know, we're just,
Man, disrespecting you, Juice.
man said man wouldn't pay. Well, gal wouldn't pay pictures for me in it. Like OnlyFans. They would.
Military.
Thanks, friends.
A lot of men would.
People
Yeah,
would.
people.
Yeah, people would.
Where there is a willing body, there is someone willing to pay for it.
Exactly.
Are you willing, Juice?
Oh, depends how much though. Like,
That's a no.
yeah, because you know
I
what?
know my worth.
Nah. Because like, you know when the gas goes, like, and you want a bath and like.
Times
Like,
get
yo,
tough.
it all depends on how quick the transfer comes through. Like, you know, like you've had the electric go when you're playing FIFA and that.
That's just you.
Like-
That's just you.
Hey, you like ain't on the meter?
No.
Okay, cool.
But that means the OnlyFans is coming.
Nah, it's long, man. It's long.
Coming. It's there.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
OnlyFans is definitely
OnlyFans
coming.
is definitely coming.
Are we
I mean-
referencing Game of Thrones already?
After eating some dumplings, like, no, they're coming still. The joke is, yeah, the smell of these dumplings are making
Delicious.
me feel full already. I don't know if you like. Oh, remember the drink?
It smells incredible in here.
But yeah, there's 100 fried dumplings in the building.
Yeah.
Which I am
And-
not, by the way, eating
Yeah,
by myself. Even
unfortunately.
though in the most incredible way, I could probably get through quite a lot of these in a reasonable time. However, like I was saying before,
Oh, it's your
because
job.
it is my job and I do get hired by people and restaurants to do these big stunts. I did an 8,000 calorie breakfast, which was 4 kilograms of food, and I'm recovering.
I watched that this morning.
I'm still in the recovery phase of that.
But you broke the record, didn't it?
I broke the record. I've been really lucky in the fact that there haven't been many people like me that can consider themselves professional in the UK. I'm one of 2 people. So we're pretty much blazing through the UK, setting all the new records. And there we go. Yes. Are you not entertained?
Jeez. That is mad though. I think 4 kilograms, that is a lot, you know. That's a lot, you know.
I mean, I've known you for a while, haven't I? Through like UFB, and like we've got friends in common. We've all been in the fitness industry, and I think when people do compete, when they compete to do shows and they diet hard to do those shows, once they do a show and they're out the other side of it, the amount of calories those people consume is like beyond. And so they started introducing a reverse diet. So after dieting for 16, 24 weeks, these people can go and eat 10,000 calories, no issues. Next day, feeling a little bit sluggish, but give them a week and they're back, back in the gym, like the weight's balancing again. It's exactly what I do, but I just do it like more consistently and not quite as extreme.
No, but you do it fast as well, isn't it?
I eat pretty fast.
That's the thing. Because like I ain't gonna lie, I've eaten like 8,000 calories. Like that's I've done that, you know. Like
in a couple of weeks.
In a couple of weeks, innit?
No, in one day. I've done 8,000 in one day. Surely, like
I always
dumplings
use
are about
Christmas.
250. Like,
That's a lot, you know.
yeah.
I always use Christmas as an
breakfast?
example.
Not for breakfast, just throughout the whole day. You can have, if you have a big meal and then a big lunch and then 2 big dinners and then bare puddings, like an ice cream sundae.
It's so easy. The
Yeah.
calories do rack up. I think so many people don't eat consciously, do they?
Ever since I've been tracking calories, like so this year, the MyFitnessPal thing, that's what this made me realise that
Eye-opening.
I need to cool down because I always say I don't really eat a lot, but when I eat mad. So literally, we spoke. I've been counting calories and cut my portions right down.
But I think it'll get to a point where you'll see an amount of food and you'll know what calories are in it. So you don't really count anymore. When you get, I mean, I calorie counted and weighed my food for like the first year of bodybuilding, and then after that I kind of had a good idea of what I needed to eat, and that's how I sort of taught myself to eat, because I was like underweight, I wanted to put on weight, so I was like doing the whole like weight gain thing, and it just means you've got to eat more food, and so you are forcing yourself, and like how you feel, you're like constantly forcing yourself to eat. You don't want to do it, but you know you have to.
Got to, innit?
So you used to do bodybuilding, or you still bodybuilding?
I'm still, like, I've been training for about 10 years now.
Oh, okay, now because it's not in your bio anymore. I feel like it used to be in your bio.
It's because it's not it's not who I am, I guess. It's just something that I do because I love to do it.
Fair enough.
But I wouldn't ever sell myself as like a bodybuilder.
It's
just part of my lifestyle, and obviously it helps with what I do to sort of keep my head in the game. And
so how did you get into bodybuilding? Because I know Adrian was born hench, apparently.
He's been waiting to get these jokes up, you know. I'm telling you, he's been waiting to get these jokes up.
He was born, and then they put him down the side, he started doing sit-up.
Yeah. Yeah, how did you actually get into it? Because I'm clinging on to hope that one day I might be able to be like.
You do have to have a mindset, but I got into it because I was an overweight kid. I was really sporty, but I was always overweight. I always struggled with, like, I could always eat like a huge amount of food, and I never saw an issue in it because I have a very like cultured background, and to them it's like, if you're eating, you're happy and you're healthy and all of that. So it's like, if you've got a bit of weight on you, it's not an issue because you were still sporty or healthy. And obviously it was made very aware to me at school that I wasn't like of a desirable size for a girl, and I would like to say that I struggled with my weight, but I didn't, because I didn't see an issue with the way that I was.
Okay.
Same. That's how I feel now.
It was like, it was a transitional thing. So like, I lost weight through dieting methods which weren't healthy, like doing like fad diets and too much cardio, and didn't know anything about nutrition, like not a clue. So I knew that I had to move more and eat less, but I wasn't doing it the right way. So
the moving part's hard, isn't it?
I always found exercise really like it's part of me. Like, I'm a very sporty person. I like being active. It's just part of, like, I have the energy for it, and I'm quite an athletic person, so like I enjoy that. It was the eating part. It was like the stop eating the stuff that you love to eat and just eat like this. But it doesn't necessarily mean that anymore. Like, now it really is just calories in versus calories out, and just make sure that you're keeping yourself in check. Be mindful of what you're eating. You're good. But I lost loads of weight, and I ended up being like probably too small for my size, because I'm quite a big girl. And people were making it very clear that I was very much smaller than I used to be, and my energy levels were low, and I started having mood swings, and I'm not a moody person, and I became very antisocial, because everything social was to do with food. And it was like either going out drinking or eating, and it was like all the stuff that I didn't want to be around. It's so bad. He's like, now I can't do this bodybuilding.
I'm gonna have a drink.
No, I forgot how to drink in it. Like.
So actually, my when I was about 21, my boyfriend at the time was a bodybuilder, and he kind of got me into the world. So he would show me NPC bikini girls. There was no Instagram, there was no like YouTubers and all of that. So he used to show me like bodybuilding.com and simplyshredded.com, like
them old days. I remember those days.
Articles written by like the classics, like the people that you would like look up to back in those days. And I used to read like Monica Brandt articles, and like Amanda Latono had a load of like videos out, and I really got into it because I was so inspired by these women. And then I just did all of my research. I read about training, I read about nutrition, and I just built from there. Whatever I thought was right, and it ended up just being part of my life. It's not a chore anymore.
So I'm trying to think, so you eat a lot of food, when does it dawn on you to say, I can do something with this?
Yeah, you say, I can eat.
It's like, I can eat loads of food. It's like, you know what it is? It's like you go out as friends, you go to all you can eat. And you have that one person who's gone up for like their fifth plate. And I'm sitting there like,
Nah, but if you deep it though, that person always has a strategy. So, look, you keep the first plate green, and then the second plate, it's straight protein, then the first...
I was watching some roast battle,
And
the one guy said to the next guy, who's a big guy, he goes, yo, you look like you gave out advice at the buffet table.
The man like...
He's like, no, don't do that.
It's like you've been putting some seaweed on your plate. I don't know.
Space there first.
honestly, it's mad though, because I'm looking, I'm thinking, back in the day,
at the
as I'm
buffet,
older,
like, let's go, champ.
What is wrong with you?
At the buffet, go.
Got this, man. Got it.
Right now,
work.
No, I get you, because me as a person, if it wasn't for what I do now, I would eat less than I used to, because I'm no longer trying to put on weight. So my goal to eat more was to put on weight. Then I got into a weight and a body shape and a density that was heavy. I was heavy enough, and I was happy with. And then obviously my food just became very like maintenance, and it's not a lot of food to live. And I kind of surrounded my diet around keeping it clean Monday to Saturday and just having a cheat meal on Sunday, and I was happy with that. Just prepping my meals.
So like, see, you said like 8,000 calories, and to me, I'd be like,
what do you normally like skate around
daily?
Yeah.
I don't count calories, you know. I
We
don't even count
probably
calories.
eat about 4,000 a day.
I don't even know.
Really?
I literally, I don't know. I don't.
I'm around, like, it depends because of challenges, but if say I'm not doing any, I'd be around 2,000 calories.
So like
that's
clean
times.
food.
No, but the thing is,
decent,
the mad thing is though, it's like
different,
like I sit there and eat like 2-3 packs of biscuits easy.
What? Yeah.
Well, not recently,
Not 2,
but
3.
I'm not even joking.
I can't eat 2. I've never been able to do that. I can eat 1 and then
personally, the Maryland week.
Listen.
No,
I ate 100 hobnobs.
Was double choc,
I used to eat them.
Reason why he's Maryland cookies, fam.
Back in the day.
After school.
That's when I was after school.
I can imagine.
But I'm talking like.
I can imagine it's still double choc with the over the shoulder photos of that. Coming to the States.
OnlyFans code. Double check. Swipe up now.
No, but
I'm reviving that, you know. Sorry.
so what happened now? I can't eat like 2-3 packs of biscuits. I can't do. I literally get to about just over half, and then my stomach's like, yo, this is too much sugar. You know?
I think this is a conscious thing though, because I think that when you eat unconsciously, I mean that when you are eating out of impulse, you see something on your side, you sit and you're watching TV, you're not paying attention to it, and it's just before you know it, it's gone, because that's my life. And then when you start bodybuilding and you track your macros and you count calories and you know how much you need to eat to live, and then you know how much you need to eat to gain weight, you're very, very mindful about where the calories are coming from and what it is.
I think that's what it is. It's like part of me thinks, you know what, Adrian, stop, because this all. You know, it's mad. My brain's mad.
It's empty
because
calories.
My brain thinks, my brain sits there and thinks, okay, cool. You're eating this rubbish, yeah. So when you're 45, yeah, you're gonna have diabetes. So it's like it's going to be your fault. So you best stop now, yeah, because you don't have to use insulin every day because you just bother. You know what I mean?
Like,
so just stop.
I forgot to mention last week, you know, when I was watching Mo and I had my beers, I also had 2 packs of cookies, and it was quite difficult.
The plot thickens.
That's what Leah was on about.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the cookies were there, and I was just like, every joke, you know what I mean? And like,
There's a lot of jokes, you know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of cookies.
And like, I ate it, but I felt horrible afterwards, and I was quite happy because there would have been a time when I've been playing FIFA, like years ago, playing FIFA and eating cookies, not even realizing, and just feeling blessed afterwards. So because I felt horrible, I was like,
It's like an awareness.
yeah, I was like, okay, this
Isn't
is
this how you train dogs and stuff?
to do what?
Classic conditioning.
To do what? I don't know. What's
Every time we
this?
told a joke,
Oh. Yeah, that would explain a lot still. Been around some
if
funny.
you're losing at FIFA.
Yeah, exactly. Every time a goal goes in, he has like.
I ain't gonna
two
lie, you know what
biscuits.
the joke is? I don't know if you remember me from back in the day, but I used to be like Margo in it. And
You were,
then
actually.
yeah, and then literally Call of Duty.
Seriously.
Swear down. I'll be on Call of Duty all night eating bowls of cereal. Swear down.
So this goes back to just eating consciously.
But like, you know, like on the loading screen, like you got bowls of cereal. But
Not
I
cereal though.
exactly.
Love
With milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, with milk. Yeah.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm eating bare food overnight, cereal, Call of Duty, and that getting shut up, like,
Yeah, because that's what equates to that getting
Yeah,
shot
I'll put on
up,
back.
bowl of cereal.
yeah. I was losing a lot.
If you're going to go with cereal.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, nah.
But that's
cereal.
eating unconsciously in my eyes. And I think people see what I do and they think like, oh my God, that is like out of this world, like incredible and how. But a lot of the people that are saying this are people like yourself. Like you would absolutely eat as many calories in a day probably as I do one challenge in probably about 20 minutes. But because it's spread out over a day, it seems so much different.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but how do you manage your calories? How do you not get overweight? And it's like, okay, so in the same way as you eating this amount of calories in a day and the rest of your days are around that so that you don't gain weight, I do the same thing. So
Okay.
I think that's the amazing part, basically. Like, you eat so much, or you can eat so much, but
Yeah.
obviously you're in great shape as well. So it's like, that's the...
yeah, I think
Like, mind blowing. It's like, how are you doing that?
mind equals blown.
Yeah.
I mean, The Rock does this, doesn't he? Dwayne Johnson. He does his cheat
Yeah.
meals and cheat days.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it
yeah, I've
became
seen
like
them.
a
I've seen
massive
them,
thing.
yeah.
And it's not
But
uncommon.
he's a really is.
Well,
So,
he is,
yeah.
but
When I
Yeah.
see you do his cheat day, I think, yeah, that's a Monday still. and then I see it next week and say, that was Tuesday, Wednesday.
so this is another thing. People like Dwayne Johnson, he probably undereats for his size and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
his
yeah.
need throughout the week, and then sort of refeeds himself with this huge cheat meal, which seems ridiculous to the normal person, because the normal person will have biscuits every day and they will have cookies every day and pizza and whatever else. Bodybuilding people in the fitness industry, people that need to be on camera doing photo shoots, oftentimes we're just not eating very exciting food every day.
No. Everyone says that because every time I say what I'm eating, and I say, if I have, say, chicken with just salt and pepper, they're just like,
I can't do that.
your food is disgusting, Adrian. and your food is boring, and same thing today, same thing again, and you're just like, for me, I'm like, but yeah,
This is like lifelong
I'm
struggle.
like-
Sitting in an office trying to eat prep food. And they're
Yeah.
like, what you got today? Yeah, same as yesterday. And the day before. And about 2 hours
Yeah.
ago. Same thing.
you're like, your chicken and rice, you do. Yes, I do. Thank you.
must.
Thank you for telling me yesterday and the day before and the day before.
Yeah, it really. I think we all go through the same thing with like
It's just stress.
nutrition and prep food. It doesn't need to be interesting. It just needs to
No.
serve a purpose.
I just literally-
Food is fuel.
I just
end
eat
of.
just for purpose.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. You posted this and I was quite angry. So that's pre-challenge.
But this wasn't a huge
Post-challenge.
challenge. It wasn't a huge challenge.
Like, there's no bloat. Like, there's no bloat.
There's no
but
bloat.
you can see like
There's no bloat.
Like, you know what? I was like, you might as well post the same picture because, like, there's no bloat. Like, if I eat, yeah, like,
So this was like before a food challenge, like the morning, and then before the morning after. So it's the same as like if you were to do a big cheat day, the same amount of calories, nothing like massive or
no,
like
but
overwhelming.
me. When if I go to Macca's right now, like I'm out here, like
Okay,
you
so
know what I mean?
there's a lot
Like,
of factors. My body works at a really high rate because I do train every day. I do my cardio every morning. I feel like that helps blood flow and everything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
I also drink 6 to 8 litres of water a day, which means any big influx of sodium is just going to get flushed
Go
out.
straight out.
Yeah.
And then in terms of like food bloat, I don't find that food bloats me. And I've spoken about this a few times. And I feel like it's a really like... A big subject at the moment on
It is?
social media where
I don't
girls
know.
are saying
At
I
my
get
house.
bloated after every meal, and I don't believe that if you're not allergic to food that it bloats you. I think you're maybe eating too
much.
much.
Yeah.
With, like at each meal, you
Yeah.
don't have to feel full. You just have to feel satiated.
Yeah.
That's something that I have learned. I've had challenges where I felt like disgusting afterwards because I've eaten like a huge amount of maybe dairy, and that can really like mess with you. But other than that, like in terms of bloating, I don't think that I get bloated. I think that I'm just really full.
Yeah.
Really, really full.
Okay, so you said sodium. Is it sodium that causes bloating?
It can do.
It can
water,
do.
water
Yeah.
weight.
Because you'll retain the water.
It's a big
Told us
factor.
about that, you know.
Jeezy.
Jeezy told us he's trying to reduce his sodium.
Thing is,
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah.
like when
When did Kanye come on here?
no the day after a show, the day before a show, what I'll do is I have salt all the way through my diet until the day before the show. I'll cut my salt and I'll drop the water.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a tiny bit of... Actually, then on show day I won't have any salt. But what happens to me is I don't do this anymore. Normally, I prep for a show. It might be about 20, 24 weeks. Yeah?
Long.
And
Sorry. Before you finish, how long would you prepare for a show?
A contest, like a food challenge.
Not a food contest. So Adrian saying of bodybuilding. So it says 24 weeks, and you said long. How long would you normally?
No, I just like I really feel for you because I've only ever done one show. I've done
okay.
one bikini show, and that was right at the start of like even training. Like if I was to look back now, I was peer pressured into doing it because it wasn't very common for girls to compete, and it wasn't very common to see like any girls in the gym lifting weights.
Yeah.
So because I was like the only one doing it,
Yeah.
and like lifting like I'm a bit of a bro trainer as well. Like
Okay.
I do train like a bit of a bro. I kind of got pressured into doing it because I felt like it was the next step for me to do
Yeah.
that. But I don't feel as if I was ready or I had enough muscle mass to do it or that the diet even benefited me at all because
Yeah.
I dieted for 16 weeks. Too hard, way too hard. I lost muscle mass. I ended up looking like very skinny fat. Like I had no fullness in my muscles at all on stage. So if I was to do it again, I'd go 24 weeks. I'd make sure that I'm losing the least amount of muscle as possible,
Yeah.
that I'm in the best mindset as possible as well. I would never want to
Yeah.
diet so hard, then have the cardio, then have the training. It's very wearing, but
It is though.
again, like commendable, but it is long.
it's like what I normally do. I diet for that long. Well, what I used to do. And I have the show, I do the show, whatever. And then you come off stage and then you eat whatever you want. But eating whatever you want wasn't good for me. Because honestly, was it last year or the year before? I think it was like early last year. I did a show and my stomach just went, it was like it was rock solid
What, after eating?
after eating all this sugar,
Yeah.
all this salt, all these different things, because you got to realise my body's just not used to it. So my stomach, it just went rock solid, and I couldn't even, like, it felt like how can I put, like you've blown a balloon in your stomach, and it's not that you're bloated. Well, it is, you're bloated. It's worse than bloating.
It's just full. It is
It's
extreme
just-
fullness. It is, yeah.
And then my abs were a myth.
I know the feeling.
And like,
I'm gonna say.
I'm
say that because I never had them say that.
I'm staring in the mirror. I'm staring in the mirror, and I'm thinking, this better go, because I've got a show to do in a few more weeks. And honestly, I had to just do cardio, drink water. I'm like, just keep drinking the water and it'll go. Just keep drinking the water and it'll go. And eventually it did go.
How many days?
It took me about, because
4 or 5 days to recover.
about 5, nearly 6.
Yeah. So
And I was
generally
just like,
speaking, if we put things into perspective between Adrian and myself, you would eat day to day more food than me. The volume would be far more as well. So you'd be probably eating rice with every meal, whereas I'd probably have rice only, or
Yeah.
like carbs only around my workouts.
Yeah.
It's very different in the way that you look at things and the purpose of your training and the style of your training as well. But if you were to take that day when you ate all of this food, and in the day of you eating all that food, if you were to put it all on a table in front of you and say, right, you've got half an hour to eat all of that, you probably wouldn't think it was possible. You could probably do it, but you probably wouldn't think it was possible. So you'd psych yourself out and go, I can't do that.
Yeah, I would.
Whereas I've got that mind where I'm like, pff, give it me. Go on.
So Leah's like,
Give
Yeah.
me a prize and I'm there.
Oh gosh, man.
All right then. So, what advice? We're about to eat some dumplings. We can't pull it off any longer. The
So-
dumplings are gonna get cold.
I'm trying to put it out.
So the dumpling,
Let's talk about something else.
the dumpling
what
contest.
do you boots from?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
The dumpling contest. We're just doing a minute, right? As
Yeah.
many as
A minute
you
or
can eat in
two.
a minute.
I feel like 2 minutes is. I don't know.
Are you trying to
I
kill
don't
me?
know. Whatever.
I say 2 minutes because I don't want none of you thought to choke, and because I've been drinking.
Yeah.
And I'm 2 minutes right now, so.
Alright,
Okay,
so
2 minutes.
right now, me, Adrian, and Spock about to try and eat.
And Spock.
I say you get one tray each.
Yeah.
I'll have the timer, and I'll call go.
Like not
And then-
Tim, because Tim's going out later, and I know the feeling when you bloated on the night out. Like I feel that. Like,
Already drinking.
Yeah, no, I feel that, man. You don't want to be me, man. You don't want to be me. But yeah, so what you saying, Spock? Gonna get
Okay,
involved?
what tips would you give me?
Yeah, you don't.
Have a go. It's only 2 minutes.
Okay.
If you do 2 in 2 minutes, I mean, it's
Jeez.
shocking, but try it.
2 minutes.
Leah's like, if you do 2 minutes, I'll think you're a bitch ass.
Listen, there's no pressure.
So me, Adrian, I'm about to try and eat as many dumplings. What? 1 minute, 2 minutes? Someone's got to set a timer. Who's got a timer on the phone? Oh no, the adjudicator's gonna have the timer though, man.
True,
Relax,
Governor,
man.
I will give you
Nah,
more.
not consultate. Not double check. You got a time on your phone?
And my
Double
phone's.
chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well.
DC.
Oh, they're live.
When you're ready.
Insta.
Live.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got 2 minutes on the clock.
Wait there.
Adrian's about to psych himself out. So,
Oh, actually, saying that, how
do you want
how do you
advice?
recommend? Yeah, I want some
So-
advice, please.
So my advice going into
You
this
just got real. Everything got real.
is to remember you're in a competition with somebody else.
Jeez.
Losers, not acceptable.
Agent don't like losing, you know.
Losing is not acceptable, not on any level.
I don't mind losing.
Not in any arena.
I don't like this. I don't mind this.
They are quite like big, dense dumplings. Show it to camera, yeah. I would recommend taking manageable bites. I would say to aim for 3 per dumpling. If you can get 1 bite, 1 swallow, that means that each dumpling would be
So-
6 to 10 seconds.
Spot, turn it off quickly, please. I just need to.
So I think in
This
2
is,
minutes.
This episode sponsored by Aunt Sally's.
Come through with it.
Yeah, Aunt Sally's fried dumplings.
Shout out, Aunt Sally.
One for 70 pence, 2 for £1. You know. And they usually come a little bit bigger than this in store, so you get.
And if they want a tray of 25, what you say?
No one's ever.
Special price.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, bulk orders we usually knock about 10-20% off.
There we go.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram.
Be a Christmas thing.
What? No, anytime of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, any time of the year. So you wanna come through eat dumplings? You got yeah. Yeah.
Do you know this one chew, one swallow? You're like, it's like,
That's what
Like-
Adrian singers can go.
You have to chew your food at least 30 times.
Well, I always think each bite I should be able to. I mean, I'm not even normal, but like I should be able to swallow it. But
oh my god,
I'm scared. You know? I ain't gonna lie.
scared, you
I'm scared.
okay, so don't psych yourselves out. Try not to focus too much on flavour, smells, or anyone else in the room. Focus in on your own mind and just go in. Go in.
You gotta count us in.
Right?
Gee,
So,
this is mad stuff.
Pick up your first one, guys. On 3. You ready?
Yeah.
2. Oh no, he's not ready. 1. Focus. Go. Okay, strong start from both of them. Oh, we got a whole one in the mouth. I don't ever recommend doing this, but. Manageable bites. Go on, chew, swallow. Focus on what you're doing, get a strategy. Swallow, go. Use your drink if you've got a drink. I can't even.
How far we got?
Come on, Adrian.
Half.
Okay, we've got one in the mouth there. We've got half going on there. Come on, last bite. No, swallow it first. Don't just put it all in your mouth, swallow it.
The water's helping.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know the
Adrian,
water
use
helps.
the water if you need to. This is so funny watching other people do it. Okay, we're almost at a minute, halfway
Adrian, trust me,
mark.
the water helps.
It's like watching people masticate.
Halfway mark, we've got one down on each side. Right, onto the second one. Yes, Adrian. Those were good bites. Chew,
bite,
swallow.
one
Focus.
chew.
Chew, swallow.
One swallow.
Okay, we're coming up to 1 minute 20. 40 seconds left, guys. You're pretty much
you might-
neck and neck.
For some more minutes on this.
Someone's got to win. Somebody has to win. They're both chilling. That's it. Adrian's on to 3. Ooh, still got a lot of the second one in his mouth. Got to clear that mouth, otherwise the timer is not stopping on that. Go on, swallow. Swallow.
You can't stop at 2 minutes. Still got time on this.
Listen, we're going to 5 minutes.
Hey.
Because listen, you've got 10 seconds to 2 minutes, and neither of you have finished. Oh,
I'm on 2.
okay.
This is my third. This is my third.
And Adrian's just finished a new second. Both got thirds in their hands.
Yeah. 2 minutes. It's not enough, man. We gotta keep
We're
going.
on the 2 minute mark and we've got 2 down.
That
One
NJ's
dumpling a minute though.
that
What?
The NJ's getting soaked up.
Go on, Adrian's in a zone. I like it. Come on. You two are chilling.
Any plans I had later, done.
Dumpling.
Oh, see you did there, Leah. Oh, look at that.
It's not helping that I'm making them laugh. Adrian's in a zone, like he's on stage at the minute. He's posing in front of a
I'm not even keeping count, you know. I have to read
Dumplings.
One bite, one chew, one swallow.
Yeah.
Right, hold on.
Okay, we're coming up to the 3 minute mark. Are we on 3 for you? Third one? Let's go. Third one for you.
No way.
Could be 4.
Don't do this.
I reckon we could do 5 in 5 minutes, which
Yo.
is shocking but funny.
I'm self-destructing right now.
Come on, go. Use your water, that'll help you swallow them.
Bro.
Every time I say swallow, Adrian laughs, and I have no idea why. And again. Good, we're on 4. 4 dumplings each. Guys, comment below, if you're doing a dumpling challenge, how many can you do? How many can you do in a minute? Surely more than 1, right?
Yo.
Come on, go. Eat it.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Okay, we're coming up to the 4-minute mark. 8 seconds. Adrian has kept it really, really clean. However,
4 minutes have gone.
yeah, we're
Yo.
on 4:05.
Looks like a tragedy film.
Treasure. Valiant effort from both sides. Let's get the 5th one in. Yes.
That's number 5.
Yeah. Come on, get 5 in.
Yo.
40 seconds to
This is
go.
the point where Juice look.
Come on.
Nah.
Last one, let's go.
Yo, whose idea
30
was this,
seconds,
man?
go.
Yours!
Yeah. You wanted me to do that. You
Yo.
wanted me to do it all. And this is why they pay me the big bucks.
Yo.
Come on, boys. Last one, 20 seconds. Let's go. Go on, Adrian. Winning. Winning circle.
Come on.
Yo.
Juice
There,
is
guys. We're there, man.
10,
Don't mind. You're not
8,
at my 4G.
7,
This life.
6,
Nah, yo.
5,
Yo.
4, 3, swallow, 1, stop.
Nah.
And that is a wrap.
Nah.
I think we on that occasion
Nah.
are going to award Adrian with the winning spot.
Nah.
Well
What do you
done.
say about that, Adrian?
So much. Yo.
That's why they call me the king.
Yes.
Dumpling king.
Yo. Nah. Yo. Should have called the health and safety or something. That is a lot.
Oh my
That is
days.
heavy. That is. Yo.
Yeah, so competitive eating isn't easy.
Nah.
It's not for everyone, that's for sure.
Oh my days.
Yo. I got.
Oh, you got so much respect from me.
So
Yo.
You know what made me laugh though? Is it Juice yet? Juice after a while, Juice just slowed down. He's like, yo, I'm not even in a competition anymore. I'm in the shop just eating dumplings. Because he was like,
I can feel it, man.
I told you.
How are you feeling?
I paced myself. That's why I was beating you. And as soon as I put the water in, I was like, you know what? You're right. The water does
The water
help.
helped a lot.
And because the water allowed me to swallow it.
So there's a few things, obviously, people don't realise when it comes to like competitive eating. They think, oh, it's easy.
It's not easy.
It's like a mindset. You definitely have to get into a zone. If you're being distracted, you're laughing. Then
Yeah, that's why when you said dump.
Yeah.
Dumpling. That was funny. Sir. That was funny.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Wait.
Just for the record, I won.
Yeah.
So thank you to my coach.
Yeah.
So you got 5?
Yeah.
5, yeah.
5,
5.
4.
4.5. You still got yours there. You haven't finished that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not finished.
It's
now.
not-
I'm done. Yo.
Pass me a tissue, please.
So it is tough.
It is very tough.
It is
I'm not
tough.
gonna lie.
Nah.
That
Especially
was
speed eating,
tough.
because that's not for everyone.
Speed eating. Oh my
It's
days.
no joke.
Did you go live?
Yeah, I went live.
Yeah.
I'll need to be reimbursed for my 4G.
Honestly, yeah.
2019, they got unlimited now.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
So if there was a contest for like eating dumplings, say anywhere in the world, it would probably be like a speed
Answer list?
contest.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
They'd give all contestants 10 minutes to eat as many as they can, and you'd probably look at professionals eating at least 6 a minute, 5, 6 a minute.
6 dumplings a minute.
Yeah, at least that. I've seen some like phenomenal contests. I've been in them, so
You don't understand how hard it is.
Nah,
You
yeah.
don't understand.
I feel traumatized. Traumatized, sorry.
It's like
Would it have been easier with broccoli or something?
no, probably not.
I feel like it would have been.
I think the taste would put me off more.
I think
Oh,
that
I love broccoli.
it would have been easier if you were to do something like. Oh God, I don't
I'm gonna
know.
quickly brush off.
Just want to say,
Yeah,
I'm
like
glad
Krispy
I won.
Kreme donuts are like they've got more air in them, or like eclairs or something.
Oh gosh, man,
Are you
Gosh.
feeling full?
I can't do this. I can't do this again.
Okay, so Adrian's not going to be a competitive eater.
No,
guys.
I don't think I can.
He's going to stick to bodybuilding.
I'm not about that life.
No, better love at all, bro.
But I just want to say, yeah, that I'm quite impressed that I won.
Listen, I'm impressed by both of you because they were dense.
They were so thick.
They were, yeah. And, you know, it's not easy for someone in this sort of context to do something like that. I mean, you're both sat down, you're in not an optimal
Not a seating position. If I was sitting up, I'd be able to eat better.
It's a lot easier. It's all about like elongating yourself so that you can eat faster.
Have you seen Adam? What's his name? Adam Man vs Food. Have you actually seen him in person?
No.
Adam Richman.
Yeah.
I've not met him. No. No.
Say like because he's got bars for anything and calling out and that.
I'd call him out. He's not a competitive eater.
Jeez.
No, he was a presenter and he's just a guy that really loved food. And he was really loved by so many, like I used to watch Man vs Food. I loved him. And he kind of bowed out. I think at the time that was right for him, but absolutely no shade. I think he's great.
Oh gosh, man.
So, new music. Man, I ain't gonna lie. That was hard. I thought I was gonna at least do 2 a minute. I thought I was gonna do 2 a minute.
I thought I was gonna die.
I thought.
I was like, yo.
I did get a bit worse though.
I
I was
had this
like,
third one, I'm just gonna choke, and because he's like making me laugh, I'm gonna choke. He's gonna laugh at me while I'm choking.
I try and put it into context of something that I know, and like I ate 12 Krispy Kreme donuts in 58 seconds.
What?
And I've eaten a medium Domino's pizza in like 50.
12.
I really like
50
it.
seconds.
I really like it, you know.
So like,
What was it? The pizza? What was the pizza?
I've eaten a medium Domino's pizza in less than a minute. It was like 50 something seconds.
This is ridiculous.
So I think if I've
It's ridiculous.
listen, in the world there are competitive eaters and people that are just not.
See, you know what?
And that's what
You can't tell me you ate a medium pizza in a minute,
There is a
and that
video.
was all the advice that the advice that you gave us. Nah.
My advice, like the only thing going through my mind is go in. Like,
Okay.
I
eat
thought I was
fast,
gonna
win.
die every
Eat
time
fast, win. Every
dumpling
single
went
time.
into my body. I thought I was gonna die. I ain't gonna lie. I thought, yo, like these
Weak
are
mentality.
these are
I was gonna die.
these aren't supposed to be eating so quick and like.
First thing that like I ever say to people as advice for what advice would you give people wanting to break into the world of competitive eating? Well, first, you can't fear dying because you are going to die. If you're fearing dying, everything slows down. You slow down. Your mouth slows down.
Yeah, I got kids, you know. I got kids. Man.
You're in.
Sorry, baby.
Oh my days.
Throw back to Krispy Kreme, baby.
Oh my days.
I might die. If I do, remember I love you.
My days.
Say goodbye to the kids.
Boy. You know what's mad as well? It's because, the pressure's on. And I'm just like, yo.
Yeah.
Part of me's like, yo, this is a lot. But then I'm like, yo, you can't lose. Just keep going, keep
I
going.
have this mentality.
Imagine, like, you got married in America, I think, yo, the police have to be here.
Yo, sack
And
this.
the donuts, bro.
Get these donuts. They'll take me out, man. Oh, gosh, man.
I'm sorry for any listeners that I don't think we were too loud eating because dumplings are quite dry, but I don't think, dude.
I think there's music over it. I don't think that it was too
Gosh,
too
man. My
intense.
stomach just feels like...
When you go, like, the anxiety that you were just talking about, like, I feel that every time I go into... And I know that a lot of the time I pretty much know what I'm going to be eating and I know what I need to do.
Yeah.
And I've done it a million times before. I've done loads of contests and I've been competitively eating for like 3 years now. So, yeah, it's been a while. My first contest was in 2000... My first challenge was in 2013.
Yeah.
And that was, you asked me earlier, I think, how do you even discover that you can do this? Now, I was a greedy kid, like, granted,
Okay.
like, I was a big eater. But my brother challenged me.
Yeah.
Because he went to a restaurant to attempt this challenge, because obviously men like to prove themselves and their masculinity and all that dominance and that.
I'm not like that. I'm not like that.
What?
No, food don't do that for me.
No, but if there was a restaurant right near you that served like a massive burger and was like, right, you'll win 50 quid if you do this burger, you're telling me that you wouldn't step up and be like, yeah, I'm doing it.
So where
I'd starve myself for a week.
America.
My mum's Latin American.
Latin America.
Yeah.
So were you in America doing this?
No, this was in the UK.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
My
quite
brother-
a few challenges.
Yeah, there is around. Like, you can find them, but there used to be a really good restaurant. It was so good in Shirley, and they did like 4 or 5 challenges at the time. And I mean, I was dieting for a show, so like I was on prep. and my brother would go every week for 10 weeks of my prep to attempt this burger challenge. I wasn't with him. Obviously, I couldn't see that.
Yeah.
But he'd come back and he's like, nah, I failed again, had a little bit left. And I'm like, obviously bantering him because that's weak, like from your brother. Like we've been brought up.
Get out my face.
Like, how are you going to tell our parents that you lost it again?
Sad.
How are you going to do that?
Sad.
So then he called me out and was like, right, you come and show me. And that was the first challenge I'd ever done. And I set the new record. So
Yeah. On your first challenge?
No, I had no idea. I just went in with a good attitude.
Okay.
You set the record on your
optimistic.
first challenge?
Yeah.
That's sick, that is.
Yeah.
That is sick.
So that's where it all began.
I think next week we should do it with planting or something. Something with some...
Planting you do it to you.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll be back. You've got to work on that ability though, because that was shocking.
I'm going to practice. I'm going to
I'm
practice.
going to practice.
You know what it was? The joke was, I was like, alright then, cool. Your mouth's full of dumpling already. Just have a big bite and then throw the water in and swallow the rest of it.
Yeah.
But when you do it, it don't work all the time. And you're just thinking, oh, now you've just got all this dumpling. It's swimming around in this water in your mouth. And it just starts to taste bitty. So just swallow it and get on to the next one. So I did that.
Yeah, so I think there's definitely a strategy in everything. In absolutely every challenge that you do, there is a strategy that you have to establish very quickly.
How many did you get free spark? 1. In the 5 minutes, man.
Off camera chilling. Having his lunch.
Well, yeah, man, yo. 100 dumplings in the building.
He's about to answer.
Nah. He's funny. Nah, these will be here, man. Like, they'll probably be here all day or tomorrow. Like, they're just here. Spark or text them home.
I'll text them home.
I'll take some. I'm
Yeah.
going on the road trip in it. So.
Yeah, man. They're here to celebrate.
Dumplings.
Now, on the road, though, text them because tomorrow morning, when everyone's hungover, I'm guessing.
Nah,
They
we
don't-
don't do that.
Swear.
We're going away for Bible study.
True. You and Kanye and them.
Yeah, man.
Don't you drink wine in
Sunday
church?
service. Sunday service. Nah, 0% alcohol still. It's just like, it's grape juice still.
Slur.
Yeah, Schlur.
Schlur. I was going to say, so what records do you hold at the moment?
Official world. I hold 5 world records. Yeah.
Applause on, man.
We're waiting for the applause. Wait a second.
We'll get the applause.
Wait there.
We'll get the applause.
Spot.
Here we go. Here we
It's
go.
coming. It's late.
That one dumpling's done him.
Yes. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
So the first world record that I ever did was for a Channel 5 show called Britain's Favourite Chocolate. And the producers contacted me and said, we'd really love to film with you. We want you to break this world record. And I just thought, I don't know if I can break a world record, you know, like I know. And they said, no, we saw you do like an unofficial record on your channel. Have a go. And I was like, oh, okay. And it went so quickly. And I just thought, this is insane. They set up this world record to be, it was up north, and we were in a boxing gym, and I was sat in the centre of this boxing gym, and they were just like, okay, so it was all official, like the Guinness World Record adjudicator was there, and cameras on me. You need like 5 camera angles, and you need like witnesses and all sorts of things. And I ended up doing that first time, the fastest time to eat is Terry's chocolate orange, which I did in 65 seconds. And
Oh look. Yo, it takes me ages to finish all of them things. It takes ages.
so imagine.
Was it already split or was it wrapped?
It was already wrapped. So it's in the box wrapped, and you're not allowed to touch it until the timer starts. And it took me like 10 seconds to get it out the box.
So you
to
gotta break it and then
break it, take it off the wrapper, and then eat it within under 76 seconds. And I did it in 65. So I really wish like I could, in a way, like I feel if I reattempted it, I would do better.
Yeah.
But it was like, it is what it is. Like, done.
I think Spot's got heartburn.
I actually really enjoyed that record. Like, I think that it was a good one.
That is mad.
But the
hard,
next
you know.
2 that I can talk about, the last 2 that I can't talk about, was the fastest time to eat a burrito. Now, this was quite quite famously the best one apparently to watch because I had to do it twice. Because the first time I didn't actually break the record, but it was obviously on camera for Channel 4.
So that means you did it like one after the other?
One after the other.
Nah, man, that's too
so
much, man.
for me, I was filming. But if you imagine my situation, I was filming for Channel 4. We were in Grand Central, in the centre of town. I was in Tortilla, so it's all open, this restaurant. And we had a massive crowd of people watching us do this. They all knew that I was breaking the record.
I've seen this one.
So I ended up ordering, well, the burrito came out. And while I was eating it, too much of the burrito fell out onto the plate. And I really struggled to pick it up because of...
Heaven happens.
Yeah, nails.
Hindrance.
Yeah.
And I just can't bring myself to not have them. So, like, I work with it, you know. And I had a group of girls sat on a table near me. And they were like, you need to, like, scoop it into your hand and just put it in your mouth. I'm like, it's so much easier said than done. But I thought, right, next one I will do that for sure. And I remember, like, I finished the first one and I really felt like I was going like lightning. Like, I felt like I was going really, really fast. And everyone was silent. And I was like, what happened? I had no idea. I had no concept of time. And my timekeeper was like, you didn't do it. I'm like, what? So I think I had to beat 50 seconds and it took me 54 seconds the first time. And I thought, you know, I heard my mum, she was like at the back of the crowd and she was like, do it again. And I was like, you know what mums are like. And I was like, let's go again, let's do it again. And then the producer was like, are you sure you want to do it again? I was like, yeah.
What, the same day?
Yeah, is that the
Same
one you've got on
time.
there? That's it, yeah.
Then
I've seen this one.
That is it. And then they went out and brought another one out. And my tactic for this one was to cup the bottom of the burrito as well as holding it, so that anything that fell out fell into my hand. And then
yeah.
You see, you know what I love about it? It's like it's adjusting.
Oh my goodness! Look how
As
fast
well
she's
as, like,
eating.
beating
It's
the
like,
Yeah.
it's like
it's tactic.
I'm just watching it. Oh my days! It's like I can't even describe this.
It's kind of funny.
Like,
You know what? I respect you.
You know what? You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
It's like part of me's thinking the only way that could naturally happen, like, is if you have extra teeth at the back of your throat and you chew the food at the back of your throat.
So are you just collecting it all in the mouth
No, it's gone. Like,
and then swallowing?
every bite,
Nah.
the bite before is gone.
Nah.
Seriously, it's like it is a system that like is possible. I didn't think that I was going to be able to do it. This is where I struggled. You see, just picking up the little bits. This is what slowed me down. And because you have to be very particular with world records.
You have to have
Every single thing.
Every bit has to be off. It has to be clean. Otherwise, they disqualify.
Why don't you just lick the plate?
And there's some on your face.
Yeah, I had some on my face. Yeah, I was gutted. You see it on my face.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
where
what
you didn't do it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can tell.
I was like,
Okay.
what happened?
Oh.
I can do it. Bring another one.
I was like, you're joking. Oh, my poor face.
I wouldn't be able to do that like one after the other. I couldn't do that one after the other. You're mad.
So attempt number 2. So the burrito was broken on this one. There was a tear in it, and I thought, are they trying to sabotage me?
Yeah.
Turn the applause off. We failed that one.
Right. Honestly,
So then, obviously, I had to announce it again.
deep
Are you
breath.
praying there?
Deep breath.
There's a deep breaths I told you about.
Yeah.
Like when you take in deep breaths, you're kind of opening up like your
Yeah.
chest and everything.
I didn't do deep breaths before the dumplings. You know.
Going savage on this
Oh
one,
my
look.
days.
Absolutely.
Oh
like,
my days. That's like.
It's not a small burrito as well. Like, it's a
Yeah, that
large
was quite big.
burrito.
Oh my days.
And that was straight after the
Oh my
one, wasn't it?
days. I'm just watching this thinking, how?
Yeah. That,
So sweet.
It's like a meat grinder. You know, when
Yeah.
you put it in, it's just disappearing.
I was so worried about the bits like falling.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, just eat it.
That is
So
next
when
level.
did they stop?
They stop the timer when my mouth is empty and I'm satisfied that it's all gone. This is where they told me to. That was so hard.
That looks like prayers.
No
like,
way.
please, baby Jesus.
I can't do this again. I don't want a third burrito. Yeah.
44 seconds. That means from the first time, she shot off 10 seconds.
And that is just all tactics.
That's insane.
So do you go for a little...
I did another record after
What was
that
you gonna
one.
say?
You did
Directly
another one.
after it.
Straight
yeah.
after.
Yes. I did. After this one, I did the
I was
fastest time to eat 3 pickled eggs.
Sorry, you were saying.
After this one, I had another one.
Yeah.
So
Third.
yeah. So the fastest time to eat 3 pickled eggs was the same day as that.
3 pickled eggs.
It's on another video.
How fast
but
was it?
7 seconds. 7 to do 3.
That's just.
I mean, this is the Hard Food podcast, and we're known for asking the questions that nobody
The
else thinks
inappropriate
of.
questions.
Yeah, so like, you know, afterwards when you have to go to the toilet.
Why do men ask these questions? I don't understand. I think that it's like a globally known thing that ladies don't do those types of things.
Disappears.
Oh, it disappears.
See?
Oh.
We are.
Hey.
When the ET, yeah.
We are magical creatures.
Fairies just like, yeah, we'll take that.
We are
Yeah.
magical creatures.
Hey.
Oh.
And
Makes
anything
sense.
that you need to know, you already know.
Makes
And anything
sense.
that you don't need to know, you don't need to know.
So
There we
you,
go.
are your expulsions of air like perfume and stuff?
Absolutely. You can just tell by looking at me.
Makes sense.
100%. 100%.
Do you know, like, if you go out to a meal, yeah.
I eat like a normal person.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
'Cause I was thinking, like, you go to a
Everybody's
meal,
sitting
yeah.
down and
Everyone's
you're
sitting there, and it's gone. You're just like,
But I bet like people are waiting for you to like. You get
I do get
the
the
random
looks.
challenges, like.
Yeah, I do get the looks. I do go out with people and meet people for the first time, or meet like my friends or the halves, and obviously they know the story,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
know the
yeah,
background, and they're just all waiting for me to just
they're just watching it. Yeah.
do something magical with this food. And it's like, no, I am a fast eater just naturally, but if I'm going out for a meal, like people are like, oh, I couldn't afford to take you out on a date or something like that. I'm like, first of all, there's no need for that.
It's one of them
don't
ones where
need
it's
to
like,
go out
so yo, Leah, first one to finish his ice cream. You're like, nigga.
like I want to enjoy it. Give me a minute, will you?
It's butterscotch, man.
I think it's mad. I just think it's like amazing.
It's a mad thing.
I'm really like, just like,
But again,
It's
it
just gone?
is a
It's
contest.
just gone?
Yeah.
Nah,
It's a
that's
contest just like any. I mean, I look at it like a sport, and anybody that people do ask you, like, do you feel like it's a sport? And it is a sport because it's a spectator.
You have me watching that. Yeah, I'm like, yo, you can't just do this off the cuff and just like, you know, what I'm gonna be today. I'm gonna be a competitive eater,
Yeah.
and just like box off 8,000 calories.
Yeah, it's certainly not something that I ever aspired to do or aspired to be, or the world that I ended up being because I drove it forward. It was definitely something that I kind of fell into. It was loads of fun. I've competed at the World Championship, so I went to New York twice, all expenses. They pay you to be there, that kind of thing. Then I got sponsored to go to North Carolina and do the World Burger Eating Competition. Yeah, so it's been like, if it didn't offer any opportunity and I got nothing out of it, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I just wouldn't do
it's
it.
true.
Where do you live?
In Redditch.
Okay, have you been in Wolverhampton a while?
What, today?
Or were you here the other day?
No, why?
Because Kentucky Fried is shut down.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, that was me.
I think
Completed it, mate.
it's like, I've seen, actually, how do you feel? Yeah, I was going to ask you this. As a woman, because most competitive eaters I've seen are men. As a woman, how's it been like to like fight against the best men?
I feel.
Because you don't do like women's and it's anyone against anyone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. In
Yeah.
the States, it's different because and in Japan, it's different as well, I think. But being a woman doing it, people find it almost more amazing than if a man did the same thing.
Yeah, I do
And-
as well, to be fair.
So I think it's just perception. I think perception is an amazing thing, but competitive eating is more of a mindset. It doesn't really have anything to do with gender. The best competitive eaters in the world, the top 3, are 2 guys and a woman called Molly Schuyler, and she's phenomenal. Like, she's one of my favorite people ever, and what she does is pretty incredible. Like, I admire her, and I don't feel like I would ever be at her level. But it's I look at her and I admire her, so I don't
does
know
she
how.
do? Like eat the burrito whole?
You just said that Molly Skylar ain't got no belly. Yo, your esophagus is weak.
Listen, Molly is like an anaconda. The woman.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
She got a big mouth.
she has abilities, and that's all you need to know. She got abilities.
Molly Schuyler.
Molly Schuyler.
Juice is gonna search right now.
It's SCHYLER.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bomber, that is not you.
Yes, it is. 16 years old, 21 years old when I first started bodybuilding, and that was last year. Or this year? No, that was this year. This year, a few months ago.
Wow.
On the right. But yeah, papers love to do the articles, you know, the before and after.
Yeah.
But we all go through this.
Yeah, everyone does.
We're all like teenagers and
It's
we're
true.
trying to find our way, and then
It's
we
true.
end up being in that transitional phase where you don't really know.
I'm still
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm still there. You know.
the same boss.
Yeah, for real, man, for real.
I'm really waiting for the moment that I actually look like a competitive eater. That's going to be like the last photo on the right.
Oh man.
Do you know when it comes to like when people say basically being more amazed because you're a woman?
Yeah.
Does that like bother you at all? Like,
No, I love it. I love
Okay.
I love surprising people about me. I
Yeah.
think there are many assumptions made when people look at me or meet me for the first time.
Like what?
And God, everything from I was expecting an accent
Okay.
to I didn't think that like you'd be able to have conversation to probably think I don't know lots of stuff, like really lots of stuff.
no, that's what you
Thank
said.
God
man.
you can talk.
You know.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, she's intelligent. It's like,
People
fuck,
people
right.
do just make assumptions about you, and it's absolutely fine. It's human nature, but it's your duty to kind of present yourself in the way, present yourself in the way that you want to be presented. And I
Adrian
think,
taught me that. Cheers. Are you serious?
With me?
yeah,
I never used to care about how I.
Oh
present
yes,
myself.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I think it doesn't matter. It all matters. It's all relative, and I think I do get a lot of like woman empowerment type of messages. Like guys think it's amazing and women think it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm only doing it because people think it's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's great
Are
for
you
me.
are you a feminist?
I think we're all feminists. I think there is an element of it. Yeah, I think there is an element of it. Whereas you men wouldn't want to degrade us women.
Oh yeah.
You would be supportive of a woman doing something that you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not extremist in any sense.
Oh, I think
not in any.
I think that's what happened when you say feminist. Everyone goes straight to the extreme, isn't
No,
it?
I
Like
think-
Yeah.
burning
well,
bras and that.
in my eyes, most people are supportive of the future as female because.
Yeah.
There's a place for everyone, irrespective of gender, and as long as you as long as you got the goods, you know, like as long as you
Yeah.
can perform.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that you can't do it because you're a gender.
Yeah, that's
so,
true. That's true.
And
100%.
same as color, same as
True.
race, same as all of that stuff. Religion, none of it is relative to me. It's like if you come with a good attitude and you can perform, like I rate you.
But like you just said, people see you and expect a certain. Well, I don't know what they expect, but like there's a lot of what's the word? Chauvinistic kind of.
Chauvinist, yeah.
Yeah, like
Chauvinism.
Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of guys challenge me, and I don't really have to prove myself anymore. So
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, I've done loads of challenges. Just go and do one that I've done, and you can sort of see where you
Yeah.
place. But to establish how good I was,
do your Googles, bro.
you know that he who dares wins.
Yeah.
No, not always.
You just laugh.
You do.
Wow.
So I think it is a sense of knowing your own ability. Like that is a very true thing.
I mean,
and
sorry, go on.
I was just going to say that if, like, when I first started, I needed to establish how good I was and know, like, realistically how good I was in this world.
Yeah.
So I challenged the best competitive eaters to see where I fell on the spectrum. And it turns out that I do fall on quite a high level.
Yeah.
So if that wasn't the case, I wouldn't be like, I'm this thing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you need to step up.
Yeah.
I think I think a big part of it.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Finish it.
Makes
Yeah, I think a big part of it though is that you actually look great, keep yourself in shape,
thank you.
and like that also adds to the empowerment part.
See what's mad? Yeah. I watched one. I can't remember the guy's name. I watched one that show. He was on Channel 4,
Yeah.
and there was one guy. My man was like stick thin, like a
Kyle.
rake,
Yeah.
and it's like you look at it and I think my man's boxing off all this food, and when people say competitive eater, they're expecting Sherman Clump.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if
See what I
I
mean?
would have said to
No,
you,
but it's true. You're
we're gonna-
expecting Sherman Clump.
That's what I'm saying.
But this geezer was skinny, and I'm like,
Like if I would have told
Where is
someone,
all
yo,
that food going?
be sitting next to the woman with that holds world records for eating free English breakfast and that kind of stuff, you're gonna expect a larger lady. You know what I mean? Like,
this is a huge misconception, and I think I'm still breaking that mold.
that's what I'm saying. That's the female. That's empowerment. That is.
So,
That's
so I mean, if you look at Adam Richmond, right, when he first started the show, he wasn't in great shape, but he became more and more in good shape as the show went on. And he did talk about how fitness did actually really help him, helps with your metabolism, helps with your circulation, helps with like digesting food just in general, and your body works at a much higher rate. Now, I do believe that bodybuilding does help me in every way, both mindset and like competitive spirit, all of that stuff. And I would recommend to anybody looking at like going into any kind of crazy world, like, I mean, I don't recommend it, but if you do want to try it, have a go, like you do need to be a certain level of fit, because you don't have to be fat to eat a lot of food. I've proven that. Loads of other competitive eaters have proven that. It's all about your stomach capacity. To have a big stomach capacity, it's mainly, I would say, hereditary. It's something that you get like naturally. I remember I did used to eat a lot of food when I was a kid. I could double almost what my brother ate. Like, he's my older brother as well. And that's without even trying, without even feeling satiated or full. So I got to a point in my life where I realised, okay, so it does seem that I never used to feel hungry, neither did I feel full. I used to eat at times that I thought I needed to eat, and then I used to eat as much as I wanted to eat. Yeah. So I've gotten to the point now where I'm so structured in the way that I eat that it doesn't matter if I don't feel hungry or do feel hungry or whatever. I know what times I eat and what I'm eating. It's all very structured. Yeah. So, I mean, fitness has created that structure. If I didn't have it, I'd probably be overweight because I can eat a lot of food.
Yeah. That's mad.
It is mad. But unless you do it, you don't know how good you're going to be. Or
Wait, how do you, where do you fall when it comes to like body positivity and that kind of stuff?
Like the highest on the spectrum. I feel like I've gone through all of the stages where I was an overweight girl, and I still don't feel like I was really that self-conscious if it was just in my own mind and looking at myself. But other people made me self-conscious and made me feel like I wasn't what I was supposed to be. So I felt like not up to like the social acceptable at like school age. And then when I lost loads of weight, I felt way more accepted. Like, clothes fitted better, people complimenting me all the time. And then I got into the gym, and then I started to be like that skinny fit girl, like abs all the time, abs year round, and used to eat really clean. Like, I was on keto for like 2 years. Like, no joke. I know, like, disgust, like so much disgust in this room, but it was normal for me. Like, I would just replace carbs with fats, and my body ran energy on fats. And that is just how I lived. It was just how I lived my life. But your energy levels do suffer massively. Like, it does give you energy in the sense that like you can probably go for a day, but it doesn't give you that like spirit. So I guess bodybuilding has given me like the confidence, the body positivity, kind of what every woman needs, confidence. And that's why I say not necessarily get into bodybuilding, but find what you love to do and your body will reflect that.
Do you follow Kim Kardashian?
I don't.
You don't follow Kim Kardashian?
I don't follow any celebrity accounts.
I swear.
Yes, yeah.
She got a book of nudes out, you know.
A what?
A book of nudes. Did you know?
I didn't know.
What this is going to be, it's a segue.
Okay.
No, I'm laughing at her response.
He's not asking you to put nudes out.
No.
I'm waiting.
He's segueing.
I'm thinking of...
Shutkever only plans.
No. Like...
Yo, some people actually go, "Oh, she said." How would you spell that?
Where is
She's lying.
I'm just trying to weigh it up, because obviously you're talking about in terms of body positivity and that, it's like losing weight and becoming fit and that kind of stuff. Then on the other end of the spectrum, Kim Kardashian put a book of nudes out, and that's her form of female empowerment.
Okay. So Kim Kardashian, I think, well, my personal opinion is she is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, ever. I've had many different opinions for that, and it's something that is my opinion. It's what I see, and I know that beauty is in the eye and all of that, and I think irrespective of anything she's ever done, I still look at her and think she is beautiful, beautiful. But Aside of that, there is a big but.
She's
Aside,
it's quite big stuff. It's in the video. You read, yeah? Oh.
well, yeah. Aside of that, she's in a world, and I think people do miss this a lot. They do say a lot of things about the Kardashians, but they are money makers. They know business. She is with Kanye. He knows business. And say what you like about them, they are winning.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, they are winning. So as much as they make the media and they do all these controversial things, you are still talking about them. That's still paying them. It doesn't matter.
Kanye ain't too happy though right now.
What, because of the nudes?
Yeah, did you see the clip?
Oh no, there's a no.
Yeah, no, I haven't got the clip to hand, but basically, you got the clip to hand. Basically, he was saying he wants Kim to start dressing down. It says she's putting out too many sexy pictures, and he's on a spiritual path, and that needs to stop.
No, but it was funny the way she said it.
Oh well, yeah, but she's like,
See, I think
she's
that,
like, nah, fam. To the mic.
Last night I was having really bad anxiety, and I don't need any more negative energy for you to now say that you're not into me wearing a tight dress.
You are my wife, and it affects me when pictures are too sexy.
You built me up to be this like sexy person and confidence and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And just because you're on a journey and you're on your transformation doesn't mean that I'm in the same spot with you. So.
Okay, all right, cool.
Okay. Now.
So I think that partially this is done for the media, because I think he's probably got a lot of heat for her doing what she wants to do. He's pushing her out as a commodity, as something that makes money. People want to see her body because she looks phenomenal. She does. And as much as people like to say it's not real and whatever, like let people be who they are.
He's about to release a gospel album.
So he's doing this spiritual thing. So he's doing his journey. He's selling himself in this way. So him saying this because he knows it's on camera and he knows it's going to be looked at and talked about and commented on is, in my opinion, for media. So I think they've probably had a discussion before this. He's going to say, look, right, I'm doing this now. So I need to say that I'm not quite happy with the way that you're presenting yourself, to put out to the men out there that, you're like, we're on the same level, you know.
I mean,
like,
it works though, because
it does work.
Well, for Adrian.
It does work.
You have an insight from TV, yes?
Yeah.
How things run.
Yeah, but I'm very real. Like, there's no way that I was... So I recorded for TV before a few times now. But I get really bad anxiety before the show comes out because I'm like, I don't remember what I've said and what I've done and whether I should be worried about it coming out. Or
Don't worry about this.
I was going to say, you don't need to be
Don't worry about this. You'll be okay.
Like, I feel like things can be skewed a lot on TV, and I often do get worried that the way that I say things could be... I'm ready. Hey, I was born ready.
Leah Shutkever. Only fair.
How are you gonna...
Swallow, put it in your mouth.
How are you gonna edit in the use code double chuck?
Double chuck.
Swipe up now.
It made me laugh because Adrian popped up in a week and he was like, yo, he posted the clip into the group chat. He was like, yo, this is how you know Kanye's on the right path.
I said it's kind of getting there. And there was another clip as well. I was like, you know what? I'll give him some time. He's not fully gone. I'll kind of slowly bring him back. He ain't back.
You're only saying that because he's actually saying something that you agree with, though.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
That's all it is.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's like, oh yeah, I agree with that. Boom.
Yeah, but I think that again, so he's appealing to a market that probably wouldn't have sided with him originally.
Over the last few years, the market that he's appealing to now was his original market, but
probably a bit more extreme now because it's going straight gospel. You know what I mean?
But I think, as you said, everything's just marketing.
Everything is playing into what they're doing next, and it is. He's just bought a ranch. Like he's bought a ranch in like the countryside, and he's told Kim like we're moving to the countryside, like we're moving away from all of this, like media nonsense. Yeah, we're moving out of all of it, and we're going to live on a ranch with our kids. And they, in my opinion, like they're winning. Like everything they do is like making headlines, you know. So good or bad.
I mean,
Did Dave do something like that?
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
He went Africa.
He came back and bought a farm.
Oh, did he?
Special,
Yeah, he's bought a ranch.
I can't remember. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, So you don't follow Cardi B either?
No, I don't follow celebrity accounts.
Why
'cause
don't
I
you follow celebrities? I only follow, like, in terms of celebrities like that, I only follow...
Jim Jones and Fabulous.
No, they're not celebrities, though. They're just artists.
Yeah.
The only people I follow, really, are... 50 Cent and Chris Brown. That's it.
Why
And they're
don't I
artists,
follow...
And I don't like to.
I think that I like to follow people that are real. I like people that are building something. I like to follow people that are like genuinely on the same path as me. So like it's all about support, right? You follow people that you want to support, you want them to succeed, and people that are already successful, they don't need me to look at their posts thinking why do they have that and why do I not?
Yeah.
I like to see people who are on the same level, who are working hard, who are like moving fast and who are doing things that I admire. So
you don't think you'd enjoy anything that Cardi B or Offset might post?
Um
Because I woke up every morning and Cardi B was twerking.
Do you follow? You probably do actually.
I opened up my phone. That was the first thing I saw.
You probably all follow Brittany Renner, Bundle of Brittany.
No.
So
No, they do.
No, I don't follow her.
You don't follow? Do you know? I can't.
Okay, the Hardfood account
She
follows
does
her.
my
That ain't me,
head in.
though.
For me, she does my head in. She does my head in.
Yeah, she's
Don't get me
too
wrong, I know she's like.
OTT,
I know
man,
she has
she's
got
OTT.
like, you know, she's quite a clever lady.
Cash cow.
She's got money. She can make money.
I swear that. I
But
don't
sometimes she just does my head in.
So I think
Too much.
that is a very niche market, but it appeals to both men and women, both empowerment wise, and men do love it. And obviously now she's made that connection with Tiana Trump.
Yeah. So I'm still waiting for that tape. I don't even care about the tape.
There's not gonna be one. That's all media.
Some
That is all
pictures, though.
media. They are both making money, and what people don't understand is when we're feeding into it, we're just paying them. And
Yeah, I don't mind
would
paying
prefer
them.
to pay the independents, you know, the people that are just doing it themselves.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I really do admire some people, and like I follow people that I admire.
Who do you admire?
There are a few. So there's a comedian called Cassandra Maria. She's based in
Oh, yeah,
Birmingham.
yeah. Hot
Love,
Cassandra.
love her.
Oh, yeah. I know
Love
she's
her.
actually.
Think she's great. She works really hard. I can completely understand where she's coming from, and like I rate her. I think her smile's beautiful, and I look at it every day.
She has got a good smile.
She has got a good
I
smile.
don't know.
She knows it. You know it,
Now
Cassandra.
that I'm stalking her on Instagram, that's what I'm saying. Nice smile.
Her next sketch is going to be the Saxon King keeps on.
Nah, Cassandra cool, man. She's cool.
She is cool. So I like people like that, like humble, down to earth, working hard, doing their thing, and you know it's the people that you're going to see on top one day.
Yeah.
It's those kinds of people. Like I really do admire it.
That's
I
who you
think it's
follow?
great. I follow loads of different people. Like
Now, because you followed me back, so
yeah. To be fair,
You're asking like
no, there's extra.
that you follow.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. No, yeah. She's like, I only follow people I admire, so I'm just here like, oh, you know, like,
so yeah, I think everyone's going to follow who they want to at the end of the day. But I think it's important to be like to look at what you're looking at and see how it makes you feel about your own life.
It's mad just because there's so many things that I just won't look at on the internet now.
Yeah.
There's so many pages I just like, yo, I don't want to see that.
yeah, I've unfollowed quite a few.
I don't want to see that because it's
That's my
going to mess me
personal
up for the day. It's messing me up for my day and I don't want to see it because it'll be in my mind. So I just try and just have positivity and jokes.
It's twerking positivity.
Yeah, well, it can spread it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it positive, Juice? You
Depends
tell
on
me.
your outlook.
Okay.
Because you was unhappy with Cardi B twerking.
Now, you know what it
You're
is?
unhappy?
You know what it is? I'm not unhappy.
I was happy.
You know what it is? I'm bored.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
I'm
It's different
bored.
people doing the same thing.
I'm so bored. And I'm like, don't get me wrong. Okay.
The angle shoot.
No, but you know what it is. You know what it is. Let me be quite honest. Yeah, I'm a man in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I love women empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
If that was my wife, I'd be like, oh.
Well, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be your wife, would it? It just wouldn't be your wife.
And that's the thing. It's like,
It's such
It's
a
a
tricky
hard one.
It's a tricky subject because I am all about women doing whatever they want
Yeah.
to do, and I get
Same.
negative press for my posts, and I feel like my posts are not bad.
They're
like,
funny though.
They are.
the DM ones.
What? Is this in the story?
Behave. Behave.
What DM post? I missed.
No, the
So I will like openly blast people. Like I will if I get something really inappropriate, because I'm all about respect and I don't like to be disrespected by anybody.
Oh,
and
you're getting dick pics.
if I'm getting anything, any unsolicited posts, any unsolicited pictures, I will openly like share that. And I know that I have a committed group of people, thank you, that will absolutely like tear apart these accounts.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, that account's been deleted.
Yeah.
So I in no way ask for people to be inappropriate with me. Like I'm all about banter. Banter me, like let's share that. But when there's a line that's crossed, I feel like women do need to step up and go, that's not okay.
Yeah.
And because so many women haven't stepped up and said that's not okay, men have thought that it is.
Yeah.
And
I agree there still.
You know what?
completely
That is yo,
true.
that
100%
is
true.
exactly why Cuba Gooding is in this situation. Is now.
Yo, we're watching a Segway King at work today.
I know. Grafting.
You know what I mean?
Take a shot at Ian J, man.
That's fuck.
Yeah, he's got it. He might take a shot because he lost the challenge.
I thought he was reaching for another dumpling. I thought,
It's like, you better put that down.
once
Nah,
more.
you heard about what Cuba Gooding's been getting up to?
I
Have you
haven't.
haven't heard it?
Oh, okay.
Did you hear one clip in the week?
I haven't
What he
heard
said on the
any
mic?
clips. What did he say on the mic? Oh, in the club?
Yes.
That's old, you know. That's a joke.
that old
That is
one?
a joke. That is a few years old.
Okay,
I remember
give me
seeing
a,
it.
Give me
Guys.
Basically, he said to one girl, sit on my face and pee my mouth.
What said what?
Okay.
There's no other way to say it. Just say it.
He said what?
He said to a girl, sit on my face and pee my mouth.
Did you drink juice?
Have you ever seen disgust on a man's face?
Yeah, nah.
I have.
Cuba's been wilding still. It's been going crazy.
I think, like, the thing is, people do have their own preferences, don't they? They do have, like, what they...
No,
but
okay. No,
people in the public eye should learn to keep it private. You
Yeah,
know?
now quickly though, to be serious, because it is actually a serious case. Because basically, he's been charged for I don't know what he's been charged for, something sexual misconduct.
Lord.
Has he got a
But-
new movie coming out?
Nah. He's actually so basically
A new product.
so basically he's being charged for whatever he's being charged for. So that's prompting a lot of women to come out and testify
Oh,
against
my
him.
gosh.
So there's 14 women now that have said
14.
R.
yeah,
Kelly
last time
all
I
over.
checked, yeah, 14 women that have said, boom, this, that, whatever. And that's one of the things that one of the girls have said. It's a bit crazy though, because I was reading and it's like, Cuba's been, 'cause I don't think a lot of the stuff that the women are coming forward with aren't actually like chargeable offences.
Okay.
But it's building a character.
adding-
It's
Yeah,
building,
it's adding
creating a
together, yeah.
case.
yeah. So basically, women are coming out saying, yeah, he was in the club and he pinched my bum. Putting out in those words, but yeah, they're saying like he pinched my bottom.
Can
And
you get a case for that?
no, that's what I'm saying.
Can you take
It's-
someone to
that's
court for
like-
that?
But that's
the
what I'm
thing.
saying. It's not a case, but they're taking all that
It's
to court,
building
building a
an idea of what he's
character,
like.
Yeah.
making everyone see that he's a creep, and then that'll go against him in
That'll
the
go against
actual
him
charge.
getting roles, getting everything.
Oh no, he's done now. He's done. I can't see him.
But this has happened time and time again. Hasn't it?
So, in the future, do you think this is going to switch round to men talking about women doing all of this stuff?
It's a tricky one because I have spoken to enough men who have said that women are as bad as men are. Like
Yeah.
I think there are
Yeah.
women out there. There are women out there who like would like openly be very inappropriate and say things out of line. And
Yeah.
They do.
I guess I can't relate.
I mean,
Can't
it's
relate.
not right whether it's a man or a woman. To be fair, I think it might because Terry Crews came out, but that was against another man. He said that the guy groped him or whatever. But
Terry.
I think it's crazy because it's like when you hear that, I ain't gonna lie. In school, all the boys were pinching the girls' bums. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, like if
It
I
was-
had a,
it was-
if
it
I had
was-
a pound for every time in a club somebody touched me inappropriately, I'd be in court every 2 minutes.
Exactly. So the 90s, 2000s, all the nastiness that was happening there that we didn't even consider as
Yeah.
it's,
But is
it's gonna
that
come
is that
to light.
adding to us being like snowflakes? Is that adding
True
to us
still.
being
You know what it is? I think
oversensitive?
it's like
Sensitive.
our
Not white people.
Ain't no
Snowflakes, what they're calling like our generation of like
really sensitive.
Very sensitive. Yeah.
like
Really sensitive.
bringing things to surface that don't need to be. And I was brought up like a very like stiff upper lip, like you don't complain about things that are like if you're not needing to go to hospital, don't go.
Yeah.
Like
My arms broken in 5 places.
they literally like just have a paracetamol, go to bed, you'll be fine. Like I never had an excuse to cry or to like moan about anything. So that's my attitude towards it. But
That's built your character.
I think so, and I think probably people around 30 years old are probably the same, but anybody between 18 and 25 are maybe in that snowflake range where like a teacher says something out of line, they're going to their parents, that's going to the teachers, but God, I saw all sorts being thrown about a classroom.
Yeah, I mean, things were wild back in the 90s and 80s, 70s. Now, were you laughing so much? What are you saying before then? Well, yeah, exactly. Like, things have always been wild. Like, when you look at the stuff that was allowed to happen.
Yeah, but we've been working things out. Like, if you think about it, since like the Victorian era, things have changed. Like,
the plague and that, innit, man?
So people are no longer dying in London. We're all good. We're all good. We got trains and that. But I mean that even since like the Industrial Revolution and all that, like generations have improved and improved on, and we don't actually know what the right thing to do is. We're just working it all out. So we're all finding our feet.
But it's mad that now, I don't know about Cuba, but like things that people have done 20, 30, 40 years ago are ending their careers now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite harsh because if that was the norm back then, like, who knows, 20, 30 years, like...
There's probably loads of other people doing the same thing, but they probably just haven't gone into it.
But we might get killed, like, in like 30 years for something we've probably said in our 100 episodes, you know what I mean? Like, we've said some flagrant things here.
Worrying.
You know that pause you keep using?
What pause? Yeah. Oh, Juice said pause when he said something that could have been considered gay. I was like, oh. Everyone was. You know what I mean? Like, it's great.
But I think it's all education, isn't it? It's all education and learning, and I don't think that you can't be like penalised for something that you don't actually know is wrong or bad. And I understand that some people do say things that aren't meant in a derogatory way, but are perceived in that way. Yeah. And oftentimes it's with like race and religion, and it's like a person could be completely innocently saying something, and it can completely misconstrued and being, and it's all perception again.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Cuba just wanted to be a toilet for once. Like, it's like, make me a urinal. Like, yeah. Disney's got a new film coming out called like Cubicles. Yeah. Sit on my face.
You don't use urinals though, so let's use a shiwi.
Man. I think it might have been a shiwi that I saw recently. It was crazy though, man. It was crazy.
The world is crazy, and people do have their orientations. And again, I whatever people choose to do with their lives, it's absolutely up to them. But it's just about keeping your company, like the right company, isn't it? And keeping it off social media. Yeah. Because I think that's what trips everyone up, isn't it?
I think with social media, it's if there was a camera present, it's been seen. And especially with stars now, they've got to move conscious to it. Because I'm not saying like, don't be themselves, but I'm just saying be aware.
Yeah.
Nah, on social media, don't be yourself.
Yeah.
You get in trouble.
Yeah, you're right, actually. But just be the best person you can be.
It depends what you use social media for.
No, but I mean, like, even you were saying that you get some backlash for being yourself. Not that you're doing anything wrong, but you will get backlash.
That's life. That is life. You've got to do yourself, and whoever wants to be there will be there. And people that don't want to support need to just look away.
That's true.
Not like, I mean, I'm all about like being positive towards what you want to be positive towards, but never like throwing shade at anyone. So if I don't want to see something, if I'm not interested in seeing celebrities on social media or seeing like reality stars on social media, I just don't look. I don't involve myself. I think that they're just going to do themselves. They're going to have their cult following, and those people are going to keep them alive and keep them awake, but they just don't need my support. They don't need my input at all.
That's true.
Yo, 100 episodes,
100, well done.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Wrapped.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't.
Emotional moment.
I didn't think that we'd have something to say every episode, to be fair.
I do.
It's a lot of talking.
But it's a lot of
200 hours.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rubbish and
more
stuff.
Than that.
Nah, more than that.
More than that.
Oh, serious?
What? Yeah, sometimes it's been 3 hours and that.
Wow.
I've had a lot of people come through.
Yeah.
But like,
Any awkward silences?
not from our part. Sometimes the guests go quiet. I'm so glad that you came here and spoke.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, my only job today was to come in and talk.
you know what? You're actually pretty good at speaking. Do you do any professional speaking or anything?
That's pretty good.
When you call
So,
me back.
No, it's been good.
Yeah, not
You enjoyed it?
100 planting.
Yeah.
We'll get it in the diary so that.
Let's do something realistic, yeah?
Like, you know, on Insta where they had that thing, like, how you gonna cut it though?
Cut what?
Like, the planting is gonna be like slice.
Oh, nah, definitely number 3. Definitely number 3. Actually, no, number 2. Number 2 is easier to do.
What's the number 2?
The
Where you
do.
chop it.
Discs, right?
Yeah,
Huh?
Discs.
it's like
That was number 1.
Oh, the diagonal.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about
Planting.
all I'm thinking about is like, okay, so if you chop it like that, that means water.
It wouldn't be hard to swallow.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
planting
Would water
goes straight
swallow in
down.
one?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't swallow it in one.
Nah, chew it first.
You'd probably like bite it as you
One
go into
turn,
the
yeah,
mouth.
and
That's
swallow it straight.
There we go.
You should do it. 100 planting.
You're not gonna do 100 planting, are you?
Yeah.
Like, let's not get 100 planting in this room. Like all fried up.
I've got 100 dumplings in the room. Like,
Was it 7 between you?
10.
I had 4.
4 and a
he had
half,
5.
and so 9.
And 5. Nah, man.
I can't really count the half because
Winners
I had
win.
half in my mouth and half
You know
in
what
my
I'm saying?
hand.
Winners win.
Pause that. That's something weird.
I mean,
But
came in
yo,
here
100
confidence
planting,
and that, yeah.
it can be done. 100 and yo.
Why does it have to be 100?
Winners
Oh,
win.
true. Because you don't.
It doesn't need to be 100
You got
anymore.
all those dumplings now.
What are you going to do with them?
That's a lot of them.
But they look good. The optics. The optics here. They're not in the shop.
They're not even a shot. Bro.
We had
You had one job.
Nah, but to be fair, I'm quite proud that we got to 100 episodes.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I didn't know what we was gonna talk about today.
I just thought that
Like,
realistically, a lot of people think it's easy.
I still get nervous before episodes. You know. I ain't
You
gonna
get
lie.
nervous?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Why do you think I'm always going to the toilet?
Podcasts aren't easy.
I'm always going to the toilet.
Like, you need to be invested in the people to listen
Yeah.
to a podcast and
Yeah.
to present yourself in a way where people are investing in you. You do have to have something about your character.
But that's the thing, because we ain't like celebs. He just about followed me back, but
It was a close call.
yeah.
Close.
Yeah, he was like 4 days after. You know, I was like, oh, it came through. But, yeah, because we ain't like
You know,
celebs, public figures.
really though, when people follow me and like I don't keep up with social media in like the sense that normal people do.
Yeah.
I only allocate like times out of the
Yeah.
day
Yeah,
where I
yeah,
go
yeah.
on
Yeah.
and I respond to messages and comments and all that. And a lot of the time I miss the people that follow me, and I only ever know they followed me if I see a message. I think it was after you messaged
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And then I clicked on you and I thought that you followed me, so I followed you back. And obviously that's how I work.
But you know what? I think it's mad that you even say that, because you just said like normal people do. Now, that says to me that social media has normal people. They're just trapped in trapped.
So I feel like I used to look and I used to go on social media literally to see what people were doing and to see, like, to scroll through my feed. Do I scroll through my feed now? No, I don't. And if I'm on, it's literally I'm responding, I'm doing a post, I'm promoting something, I'm like
Yeah.
on my story, or I literally will do like a quick scroll and I will just like every photo, because everybody who is on my social media I want to support.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what it is and
Yeah.
whatever. Like if I see you or you, like whatever, I just like the post because
Yeah.
obviously it's support, it's love, like just
Yeah.
share it. So that is what I dedicate like just my time on Instagram to. But
That's good, man.
Outside of that, I've got Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. It's very time consuming.
Yeah.
So what is your Twitter account?
It's just my name, Leah Shutkever.
Okay, follow that. Yeah.
Follow that, yeah.
Yeah.
My YouTube. Remember to
And
subscribe.
YouTube, yeah. Subscribe. That, yeah.
Yeah.
Watch my videos. Don't be disgusted. And if you are, I apologise in advance.
She's not really. She's not really.
No, I always say
You got no stomach.
no. I've got 4 stomachs.
Oh gosh.
I feel like, well, I've always said that if I surprise you, shock you, and make you feel a little bit disgusted, I've done my job. So you get all the feels in one shot, you know.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
It's like you want to give her a hug, but she's gonna be vomiting your face. It's like yeah, you're gonna hug. It make me feel sick. Oh, Karen juice.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
But
I've had a few cups of this E&J, you know.
is it hitting you now?
I'm cozy.
You cozy?
I'm nice with them.
Juice is gonna sit there and eat the rest of these dumplings.
No, I'm not.
don't feel at all.
He says
Yeah,
that, but he's
yeah,
like, yeah, I'm gonna eat all these dumplings. You can get through to him. Like, whew, I'm full. I think you will.
Yeah, I think we should wrap up.
Time
I was,
to
you know,
roll.
I was gonna try squeezing another topic. We got a whole heap of music to talk about.
Go on, then.
No, do that next week.
Yeah, next week's gonna be all about music.
Yeah.
There's new music from Wretch, Nicole Bus, amazing album. I hope it's Bus. It's BUS.
Cash doll.
Cash Doll. I
Moved
need
me
to
to my
listen.
soul.
Yeah. Gucci Mane, Hardfood playlist, man. We got 3 playlists alive.
What's her name? Kairos. Nicole Bus.
I just said that.
He
man.
just said that.
Sorry, I wasn't
Yeah,
listening, so
that's
I
cool.
No.
It's Leeds in it. Leeds.
It's the E and J. It's the E and J
Yeah,
hitting
man.
Tim.
Nah,
Look at
look
him.
at my phone and I need to talk at the same time. So there's those two things that I was actually focusing
Whoa,
on.
my
So-
ears have stopped working.
Yeah, nah, the
How
Nicole,
do you know, son? How do you know?
the Nicole,
You're me.
Nicole Bus was out. The Nicole Bus album was amazing. Yeah, there's a whole heap of new music. It's all up there on the Hardfood playlist. We've got 3 playlists all on Apple Music. So, yeah, now when it gets into it, I feel like it's rock,
sounds like rock. It
signed
sounds
to Rock
like rock.
Nation, so I don't know if we need to keep talking about it.
Yeah, I think, we're going to have to keep talking. So, basically, we'd like to thank Leah for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Follow on all forms of social media. We're at Leah Shutkever.
Yeah, Shutkever official.
Yeah, I mean, she's made it, so all you have to do is type the name and she comes up. So.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, put Leah Shut in YouTube, and I'm the only person in the world.
In the
In the
world.
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 Hashtag Leah Shut One official. Start an OnlyFans.
Leah Shut one.
Literally,
I wasn't expecting this.
OnlyFans is just eating certain foods on camera.
Oh, man.
And it's just Leah Shut One, it's just Tim. not even eating fast, just
But yeah, man. As I said, thank you for coming in, and obviously like, share, follow Hardfood and all
and
that
thank
business.
you. Thank you to all the listeners and watchers.
100 episodes.
We're here.
Big up on ourselves.
Yeah.
Big up to Spock for being there every week.
Hold tight, Tim. Respect for all the camera work and the participation. Contribution, that's the word I'm looking for.
Contribution.
The contributions
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
microphone and that, yeah. Yeah.
You gonna have final thoughts, Spock?
No, we ain't got
No,
time.
we ain't got time.
Always masticate.
Thanks to Adrian, aka Double Chuck.
Insightful.
Don't know.
No, that's the case.
Yeah.
Big up to Aunt Sally's for all these dumplings. You know what I mean?
1 for
They will
70
not
pence,
go
2
to
for
waste.
pounds.
That was like, he said that there's 12 of them.
One of them.
11 of them just sitting there watching him.
Yeah. You got any youths coming after this work?
No, only big people.
Oh, they're gonna eat it, don't they? Yeah, sure. But yo,
Okay then.
thank you to everyone. Thanks,
Thank
Adrian.
you.
Joining me every
Thank you.
week.
Thank you,
Not
Juice.
missing a week.
And that is us for this week. So
100!
100. Next week we'll be back.
Fam. Play the game in Drake 100.
He'll pull that down in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't trust playing any Drake tunes, you know.
Don't play Drake at all, because Drake will pull you down in 10 seconds.
Okay.
The email will come through, Juice will ignore it, and then the podcast won't go up.
Yeah.
Demonetization.
Exactly. What was that?
That was the rap.
I think it must be. Must be. Yeah, that's it. Spot, we're done.
Are you gonna say and we are out that you stole from Today?
I don't say that. I don't say that.
Huh?
I just say we're done.
No, but you said and we are out.
I don't. I don't steal things from things that don't exist.
Oh.
Did Luke say that?
No, but he did it
Oh, is
before.
this just a sign off?
Yeah, we're just trying to
Are
sign
you just
off.
going to
yeah.
say bye?
No, but we don't even know how to sign off anymore.
Okay, thanks, bye. Love you, thanks for listening, bye.
Okay, that's
Or
it.
do what I do. What do I say? I say, I appreciate you and your time, and I'll catch all of you on the next one. Very cool, me.
You can have that one.
I think you should say that. Let's go with that.
Yeah,
I
go
think
on.
you should say
Are
that.
we going to go with it?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
go
yeah,
with
go
that.
on.
Okay.
And then as soon as you do it, you got to press stop. Okay.
Thank you all so much for listening. I appreciate you and your time, and I'll catch all of you on the next one.
Masticate.